Hello and welcome to a new series where we are going to be doing a playthrough of Foundation. It's kind of a medieval city builder. It's got great aesthetics and also includes a lot of interesting supply chain dynamics. So when you start a new game you get this map designer, which is pretty cool. So you can choose whether you want coastal, fluvial or hills kind of map, and then within that you have a few different toggles, and so I will go through now and have a little play around and see if we can create a good map for ourselves. Okay, I've gone for this. We've got a river running through the middle and we've got a lake on either side. In terms of the rules we want, I'm going to be going for the classic version of the game. Yeah, okay, I'm a big fan of this one we've created, so let's stick with that. Bosco Verde. I think that's Italian for wild green, so why don't we stick with that? So our first territory, to start building our village, we get to choose our first territory. So for this I'm thinking we might want a bit of water. We definitely want some woodland that we're able to deforest. I think I'm going to go for this one because it's got a decent amount of woodland, which is going to be important for us, and that should be able to clear some space for us to put in some homes and some other buildings, and it's got a little bit of access to water, so with any luck we'll be able to get a fish from there. It is also on a hill, which I hadn't quite realised, but I guess that means our village centre will be on a hill, which is kind of fine with me, to be honest. So let's go back to build, and we've got a little builder's workshop. Quite like that. And then we need to assign someone to work here. So let's give ourselves 2 builders for now. The second thing we were going to want to build is a lumber camp, which is going to help us with chopping down all this forest. There we go. That lumber camp has been built. And now we can paint the area that we want to apply the deforestation to. And it has rewarded us with a forester camp and also a gathering hut. So immediately we want the gathering hut to come and be placed near these berries. Nice, and now that's finished we can add a couple of gatherers and they will go off and start collecting berries for us. So we can come into this paint and click residential, and maybe for now we'll just have it in this little area here. And we've now been given the stonecutter's camp and also a well. So I think a well is going to look quite nice in the centre of our village here. We can also build our stonecutter's camp just next to this piece of stone that we want. And we're getting that our housing is insufficient, so I might paint another little bit of residential just coming down this slope here. These little houses look great on the hillside. There we go, and now our villagers are able to collect water. And we've also unlocked the market. So I'm going to build that so we have somewhere to sell our berries. There we go, and now the base of our market stall has been built, so we can assign someone to tend this and to sell the berries that we are producing. There we go, just unlocked a little achievement, we are now a village. Alright, so this is where we can start trading with another city, Northbury. And part of this is going to be starting to produce planks. And that's our sawmill, looking very good. Oh, and here we can see we've got 2 new villagers wanting to join our village, which is perfect, just in time to assign them as carpenters in the sawmill. And then to complete this little bit of advice, we need to acquire storage in the progression menu, build a warehouse, and assign planks to that warehouse. So let's come up to our progression menu, require storage. And then we can also build a granary which will store our food things. And we've got 3 more residents wanting to move in, so I think I'm going to accept all of them and just assign them to the buildings that we already have to make things go a little bit faster. So I've added in a builder and a stone cutter, and then I'm going to save 1 person to work in our warehouse as soon as that's complete. And except our granary is now done. But I don't think we need to assign anyone to the granary just yet, because all of our berries are going to this stall so far. So yes, let's assign our last person to this sawmill to make that work a little bit faster. You can see our little next wave of immigrants off down here in the distance as they travel towards the town, which is quite nice. Here come our 2 little new citizens. Who have we got here? We have Juliana and her maybe twin sister, Wolveva. Wow, very nice names. Got all 3 of our stone cutters busily working away over here, producing a lot of stone. For now we are just waiting to make enough planks, which I think we have just done, to unlock this trade route. Here we go. Here we go. So already we're on to purchasing new territory and building a manor house, which I think we are going to do down the hill over here. So all of this forest is probably going to get cleared out. Let's go for this bigger one first. That is free. Maybe I just want to buy both of them up front. Go for it. I'm not too worried about money at this point. We've still got half our coffers full. And once we build the Great Hall, we can start... Oh, not the Great Hall. Once we start building the manor, we can unlock taxation as well. We also might want to unlock fishing so that our people have more interesting things to eat. Start with a Great Hall. Go for it in the middle here. There we go, we can make that little element the tax office for now. And then we can have a look at the other building we unlocked, which was the fisher's hut. And good news, everyone, we have some fish available here, so let's get going with that. And this is a pollutive building, so I'm having to be a bit careful about where I put it to not get the negative effects on those houses. So let's add on to our market for those fish to be sold once that building has been built. Take these employees while we have them, and we've got a few more interesting tents, which is nice. So let's build that. And we need to build a little bit more housing to make our villagers happy as well. I think we could start building it down along this path. And I think I'm going to build another lumber camp potentially over here to try and get this wood cut. Perhaps down in the middle here. And one thing they do say is that it's good to have these little builders' workshops near your big projects, so it would probably be slightly more efficient for us to have one over here as well. And the next thing we can unlock is a little church for our villagers. There we go, I think that's a nice little chapel to get us started. We could have a little cross on there, maybe even a stone one, because we've got a lot of stones to spare. Let's build that. And we can also now build our builder's workshop, which will help to get the items which are down here built a bit faster. And someone is after our wood. We will not discuss a better deal because that basically sounds like it'll go badly for us. We have 15 days to sell wood to the bishop. We just need 50 accumulated inside a storage facility. I think that should be okay for us. Oh, and we've got a little housing insufficient notification again, so we're going to need to build some more of that where we can. Tooling, because yeah, this is what we get very low on very easily, so I think that might be the next thing we want to unlock. We can build our charcoal hut, which we will want near our deforestation area. And then we will need the iron smelter, which turns coal and iron, so that charcoal hut we just built makes coal, and then we need one of these little iron deposits unlocked to extract the iron ore, and then we can use this iron smelter to make an iron block, and then we will use both coal and iron to make tools, which is going to be very important to us. We do have a bit of spare money. It is a bit tempting to just go ahead and unlock one of these tiles where the iron is. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so now we've unlocked this territory, we can build our little iron mining camp next to it. And we can also now, it looks like, increase our taxation as the tax office has been completed. We've got 3 tax collectors, interesting. Maybe we add one more. And then we go into our royal book, and yes, here we go, now we have unlocked taxation. I'm going to put this on not too high for now. Maybe just up 34 a month. Well, these guys have nearly finished their deforestation. In fact, I'll give them a bit more to deforest round here now. And I will move the lumber camp to be close to that as well. Let's get someone into our iron mining camp so we can start extracting that iron ore. Oh, and we also need someone over in our charcoal. Running a bit low on people. Or maybe we need to make another sawmill, I think, over here for the wood that we've collected. Oh, but we need 10 coins for that, and we are running a little short. So I think what we're going to do is discuss a levy to raise some quick money, which is going to help us along building these things. And we're going to paint out some more housing as well, won't we? Yes. Perhaps we kind of paint around this little bushy enclave. That could be quite nice. Also very happily have more down here, although I don't know how desirable they'll find it to live down here for now. And also perhaps a few more spreading down this way now. And perhaps we could actually keep our little berry hut near here. I could fence it off so that I know not to extract these trees. We could build a little fence around it. Quite like that idea. We've always got berries close to hand. I think just a classic little wooden fence could be good for this. It is going to be a little bit hard to shape it around this area perhaps, but we'll do our best. Let's leave a little gate here. And then carry on with our fence. Perhaps leave another little gate here. And then continue with our fence up around here. There we go, I think I'm happy with that. Perfect, let's build it. And I will put the little berry gatherer's hut right in there. There we go. Let's see what this little quest is. A rustic food surplus. That makes my people happy. Very well. Oh, and I never painted out this wood cutting area, which must mean that they're going... That must be why they're so inefficient. All the way over there. So I might do that, and then also get a little forester's cabin down there. Someone wants to buy our iron ore. We only need 50. Yes, I think that's good for us. Could probably increase our taxes slightly because everyone is quite happy. And we've got 4 new people arriving. Very good. We might want someone else in the granary. We are never running out of fish at this rate. In fact, I think we're going to need to store some more fish in here. We want to assign a forester and probably paint this whole area as a reforestation zone for now. And our stone is once again full up. We might want to start making polished stone with that. I'll see if we can unlock that in the progression menu. We can just about afford it. Yeah, I think that's going to be good for us. To start doing something with all of those stones. So this stonemason hut produces 1 polished stone for 1 normal stone. So this is already a kind of industry area. Yeah, that can actually be quite close and still not have a negative impact on those houses, so let's put it there. But we are a little low on money, perhaps we can do another mandate. Perfect, and I might pause the game for a moment while we sort out all of this because we've got this in loads of places. Okay. Let's build a warehouse down here. Then this warehouse, which services stone and planks, could move into this area. Very good. The granary I might move over to be near our berry hut. Doesn't need to be in the centre of the village anymore, really. Could be in that little triangle up against the fence. There we go, that looks quite good, I think. Oh, this one, I didn't apparently save those changes. Oh, I needed to apply changes, there we go. And the builder's camp can stay in the middle of the village. The well is in a pretty good spot. We could put it sort of in someone's garden. That might be quite good. And then we can free up a bit of space by moving this over. Perhaps a little away from the very first square. Too near our stonemason. There we go. And now we've made a bit more space for our market when that opens up as well. And then we maybe want 1 more storage over here for charcoal initially, I think. There we go, and I think we're ready to play again. So once all those storage facilities are built, we should stop getting so many of these little storage full icons. Perhaps while we're at it we can paint out a bit more housing in this sort of reclaimed industrial area. Oh, I did not deliver ore to the merchant. Whoops, forgot about that. I still need to reimburse 200 coins for these tools. We will try and make a bit of money after these new warehouses are built. Oh, this one's already finished. Perfect. Assign a transporter and planks. That looks like you're emptying out already, which is good. Do you still have enough things to deforest? Yes, just about. You are getting through it fairly quickly. Might need to move this little forester camp at some point. Oh good, our stonemason is ready. Probably going to want more than 1 stonemason in total because stones do become pretty important. But 1 is enough for now. Well, we're trying to save up our 200 to pay back the cost of our tools. So we can start up our own tool production. Maybe we could have 2 stalls selling fish in case people can't get enough fish. Should we add to our market? I'm not sure if that will help our fish surplus, but let's see. And this lumber camp has probably nearly exhausted its area of requirement. as has this one now. They're working quite quickly. I wonder if we want to clear out these little spaces as well. There we go, and our stall has been built, so we can try and sell some more fish there. Come on people, you know you want to eat fish. Maybe we want another stonemason hut to get that going a bit quicker. Well, that's because she's suited to being a commoner. But because we don't have refined food yet, I'm a bit hesitant to promote her. I think instead we could just build a second hut for now. To be a bit careful where I'm putting this because it might start affecting this house. I think over here is going to be better. And you are full again of wood, so you're not getting to there quickly enough. Maybe we need to add to our transporters. Okay, we have got enough coal and iron. I think we could start to make our little tools creating area. So we want to add in the iron smelter and the blacksmith, which I believe are both polluting buildings. Yes, they are. And we need them to be vaguely close to this one, vaguely close to this one. So perhaps I'll just plop them somewhere in the middle. Although actually I think I might keep the polluting industries down here on the shoreline. We've already got quite a few of them. Be good if we had this territory, wouldn't it? In fact, why don't we just build it all over in this area? And they'll just have to carry the iron ore over, but that's alright, because we've got a lot of it, I'm sure. We'll need to wait for the coins before we can build that. Let's get the blacksmith in as well. Have them kind of opposite each other like this, and then people can walk through the middle. I think we potentially could trade a few of our stones and planks just to make a bit of money. Stone we can't trade yet. Planks we can, so I will sell some of those. Maybe everything above the value of, I really don't want to run out, maybe 150. And here we are waiting for cloth. We've run out of cloth, so we need to import that as well. Okay, it's going to cost us some money. Let's just import 10 of them. It's going to be a little while before we can start making that ourselves. We do need to move on to farming. I think maybe the next episode we'll focus on farming so we can get refined food and cloth from the sort of wool trade. For now we will focus on making tools. Honestly, I'm just obsessed with this little berry gathering spot. This is so perfect, right in the middle of the village. We are very nearly done getting rid of all of this forest. And we're getting a little pop-up here saying housing insufficient, so I need to paint a bit more housing area as well, which was good. Not quite filled up everything I've given them yet, but okay, we're good enough to start building our iron smelter, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go, and that is our iron smelter up and running. Or not up and running, but up and built. And we can add 2 people in there. Now they do want to be commoners, but I think we're going to wait a bit before we allow commoners into our village. and they're going to give us some tools for 200 coins. I think we'll say yes to that just so we can get our building projects done. Once we've got one more coin, we'll be able to press build on this blacksmith. There we go. We can have a few more transporters in here just to keep the unemployment rate down. They actually want to get rid of the coal that's being stored here, I think, because we're going to want to store the tools there instead. Or no, maybe we'll just build an extension and we can store the tools in the extension. There we go, and this is now done. We can add 2 little workers in there and start making tools. And this is worried that we're missing the raw materials, although it looks like we do have both coal and iron. The iron is probably being produced a bit slowly. We're waiting for iron ore to come over, which we have a lot of, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I guess it's all being stored over here, isn't it? So it does take a little bit of time to get over there. We do want to improve the storage facility to store both iron and tools as well. Iron ore and tools. There we go, that will allow us to edit this building and add on a little depot. We'll put that one out the back. This sawmill and lumberjack should probably be moved at this point because all of the forest has kind of been cut down over here. Why don't we have another mandate? Raise some money. Then we could purchase this territory to... Wow, there's a lot of deforestation that could be done there. That's pretty good. And instead we want to start deforesting over here. And that might result in us moving our other lumber camp down here as well while that's ongoing. I think to finish off we're actually just going to do a little bit of detailing of the things that we've built this episode, so I will detail up this church and I will also detail up the manor house a bit. Okay, we've just spent an absurd amount of money beautifying our church, but I am pretty happy with how it looks. They're going to be building that stone wall. Why don't we have a go at our manor as well? These villagers are very much enjoying their new church, which is nice. And it does look pretty cool. Okay, and we are going to take out a little mandate just to get the final few coins in order to be able to apply these changes on the manor house. There we go. Now go ahead and build those. And in the meantime, we've got a little courier here. And I think we can improve our market enough to make that happen. There we go, and that is the beginnings of our manor house hedge finally built. Alright, well I think I'll leave this episode here, looking over the nice city of Bosco Verde, and I'll see you in the next one where hopefully we will be working on getting some refined food and also maybe sorting out our tools, production line a little bit, make sure we're getting enough iron. We can start doing some mandates to go and prospect things to improve that. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this and I'll see you in the next one.